Kakarot gets assigned to a team of these two morons, Ovo and Kato. He really doesn't work well under a team. But Frieza said, "You're not gonna be under them, you're going to be a leader of your crew." And Kakarot is excited to be a leader for once in his life. Kakarot decides his first order, go, and Frieza cuts him off and says, "You're still working under me." And Kakarot froze and realized, oh yeah. And Frieza assigned all three of them to go to a planet called Vampa. Why? They don't know. There's nothing there. But Frieza's scouter sensed something, so Frieza wants them to investigate. And also they're the most expendable of the whole Frieza force. They made it to Vampa and Kakarot sees a very short man. And Avo calls that man out, and the man looks at them, and Kakarot begins to realize that's Prince Vegeta, the prince who died. No way! And he thinks, if the prince is here, maybe the prince can save all of them from Frieza's tyranny. And he goes straight to the prince and he tells the prince, please save them. They need the guidance of a royal person. Vegeta is a little bit taken back, where he's told him that he doesn't really want to be prince anymore. Being a Saiyan got him nothing good by being stranded on his planet. He really doesn't want to be prince. But Kakarot said, either way, prince or not, he has to do something about Frieza. And Vegeta thinks, fine, I'll do it, if I can leave this planet. All of them shake hands and take Vegeta with them. On their way back to Frieza for space, Ovo uses his scouter to sense where Vegeta's power level is, and Vegeta just scoffs and says, you use that to sense people's power? Still? Huh? You all are pathetic. I don't use that anymore. I use something called power sensing. I sense somebody's power, and I can know how strong they are, how weak they are, how close to death they are, and where they could be. And you can lie about their power level if you can just hide it, which I have perfected over these years. And Kakarot, Abo, and Kato are really surprised on what Vegeta said. That's a thing? Kakarot and Avocado turn off the scouter and ask Vegeta, what more do you know, Prince? And Prince Vegeta tells them everything that he knows. But in return, Kakarot and Avocado tells Vegeta about everything that's been going on in the universe while he was away. Frieza is surprised seeing the same being Prince Vegeta. This is bad. What if there are more Saiyans out there? Frieza becomes more paranoid than usual, and Frieza just trying to act normal. He assigns Vegeta to be in Kakarot's crew. Kakarot doesn't really want to command the prince because he really doesn't want to show disrespect, but Vegeta really doesn't care at this point. And Frieza sees that how did this monkey change so much? He used to be the most prideful one, the most insensitive little brat, but now he really doesn't even care if somebody orders him around. Frieza is shocked, but he really doesn't care anyways. As long as he gets to stay on top, he's really happy with himself. A year passed with the whole squad growing stronger than ever thanks to Vegeta telling them what training is, so Kakarot doesn't abuse his Sankais, and now Wakado actually gets stronger. By now, this is the round Saiyan saga where the Vegeta's crew comes to Earth, but that never happened. So Broly and his son Gohan, they're oblivious to the fact that they're Saiyans and why they have tails. Kakarot tells Vegeta about the two Saiyans that are alive, being Raditz, his brother, and Nappa, the elite Saiyan. He said, well, we all should team up, and maybe we can all defeat Frieza in just a year's time. Kakarot isn't really sure. A year's time? Don't be a fool. But he agrees with the prince and he goes along with it. Vegeta asked, Avo and Konoha could search for his brother Tarbo. They agreed and they went on to search with the remaining four Saiyans training. And around the time when Avo and Konoha came back, they see a Saiyan that is strong like Vegeta? No, a Saiyan who is pretty weak. Everybody is shocked to see a weakling like that, but everybody allows it him. Maybe after a little training, they can whip him into shape. 1 year time has passed, and now it's time for Vegeta and Nappa to arrive on Earth. But they don't because of the things that have been going on. Meaning, Broly trains his son Gohan, which Bulma's allowed. And Gohan is more like his father, Broly. And Broly, very strong, he managed to become a Kari, and he's trying to make his son Gohan become a Kari too. And with Bulma, they get infinite food supplies. When the team attacks Frieza, Frieza is overwhelmed by all their teamwork and their power, so he has to go to his second form. It got a little bit harder for the team, but they still did. They still were winning, and Frieza just had enough, and he transforms into his final form. When Frieza became his final form, he did two things that led to his downfall. He killed Turbo and Ovo and Kodo. With Ovo and Kodo, Kakarot came to love all of them. Both of them were his only friends besides Vegeta. And with Vegeta, Turbo is his brother. And within the year time span, he grew really close to his brother. So they both transformed. Vegeta went into his Sakari form, and Kakarot became a Super Saiyan, with both of them making Frieza look like a clown, even in Frieza's full power state. With two superpowered or Saiyans, he can't do anything. And with that, Frieza dies, and Kakarot takes over the Frieza Force, naming it the Kakarot Force, with the Saiyans being the top dogs, and with Ginyu switching up fast as hell, man. Zarbon and Dodoria got killed by Kakarot due to all the bullying that those two did to him. After 3 years have passed, the Saiyans became the legend. They mastered formed. They all became Super Saiyan Grade 3, not Grade 4. Yeah, but they were insanely strong, even without Grade 4. Around that time, the Cell games is happening. Cell made a fatal mistake of killing Gohan, which enrages Broly, and Broly goes into his full power state, and he starts pounding on Cell, and with the other Saiyans registering his power from that far away, and they really want to see it. And Broly obviously wins, but it is really hard to win because Cell has Broly's DNA, but eventually he did win. When Broly won against Cell, he went into a coma. The Kakarot Force arrives around 3 years after the Cell saga ended, so Broly has become kinda stronger. He's still gonna use that full power state he used, but he could use his Super Saiyan state, and he in those 3 years mastered it, getting grade 4 with Gohan.